What's going on, guys? In today's video we're doing something a little different. Today I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to play the main AR role on Protocol, and if you guys do enjoy this content, I go very much in depth, and if you guys do want to see this on other maps, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see more of this. Starting off on the P3 side, you're going to want to stay over here on this side. You're going to want to come up mid windows as a main AR. You're going to look top. You're going to get two there. Simple, easy. You want to hold this P3 side because rotating from P1 to P2, you want the P3 sides, they're just better. You can hold them in a spawn trap behind tower. The only problem is your spawns get really funky on P1 here, so you will spawn back and forth between Grandmas and Blue. You want to work your gunfights, and you kind of just want to work through the P3 side. Just always make sure you're trying to get top zip and trying to be on that side of the map to hold for P2. Yeah, as I spawn up every life, I'm going to be going P3 side. I'm just going to be sitting top window. Our setup that we usually do every single time, I'm always top P3 windows. I'm looking white, mid-map, I'm looking gun. Kind of just bouncing between here, watching the white cross here. You're kind of just gonna heady this. Every top 250 player, any iridescence you play, pretty much gonna have the same setup. We're gonna be sitting top 3. One's gonna be mid gun watching mid. And you're kind of just gonna be playing like this. I see this kid top grandma's gonna kill him. No one out mid. I see the one cross tower. Now, obviously, I would be coming to my teammates and telling them that, obviously, they're crossing, so they can look for the gunfights. But my teammates on time, their sole purpose is to focus the whole tower side. So inner tower, outer tower, and that's what they're going to focus.
He's going to go your big door, your spiral.
So as Lunch calms this, I'm going to look at spiral. I'm going to hard hold this backing up. I get that kid spiral. That's a good calm at a Lunch. Now I'm going to back up, and I'm going to hold these grass spawns, and you're kind of just going to want to hold back here for a little bit, let your teammates get set up. A lot of teams off of P2, they'll spawn tower and they'll come grass. So you kind of want to just hold grass. You're going to watch the zip. You're going to watch your grass steps. You're kind of just going to sit here. You can play the off angle here. You kind of just chill here. I get one here.
Can't see him. He's in there.
And I'm just kind of just hanging out over here. As a main AR, your sole purpose, you're going to hold spawns. You're going to get on time when you can, obviously, but you want to hold spawns. And anytime you rotate, you're going to want to rotate at like 20. If you're playing a big map and you die and there's like 25 seconds on the hill, like now I'm going to rotate to P4 on this map because P4 is just a very, like, this is a soak kill. And if you don't win these gunfights or the rotation, you kind of like shit out of luck out of a 60 unless you just absolutely slam them off the hill. So you're going to want to work this. You're just going to want to hang out P4 side and wait for my teammates to get set up here. There's one there. Equip's going to get my trade. I'm going to pull out a sub for this. As a main AR, I am going to pull out a sub on this map. It all is map depending. But I'm pretty much just going to go fill and always look at your mini-map. Always stay looking at your mini-map. Look at what your teammates are watching, what you need to pick up. It's just very simple things as a main AR that you want to be looking for. You want to watch your mini-map. You want to see what your teammates are looking at. Now, this is what I mean by this P4. If you lose these kills, it's like we're absolutely blowing these kids out. But if you lose these P4 gunfights, it's just so hard to re-break this hill. So now 20 seconds left on P4. I'm going to start working P2. I'm going to get this kill here. I'm going to start looking mid-map. They should be spawning P3 side. It's very hard with this game. When you look at the map, you want to look at the map, and all the spawns are like quadrant spawns. So if you're in the back right corner, they're going to spawn the back left. If you're back left corner, they're going to spawn back right. To further explain the spawns to you guys, I've drawn on the maps themselves of the rotations and what you guys should do, setups, and just other things I'm going to tell you guys about and tell you some things that I know that I found out and what I prefer. Starting with P1, there's going to be 2 spawns on each side, a primary and a secondary spawn. Your primary spawn on the P3 side of the map is going to be that close heli spawn where you're going to go up steps and you're going to get right onto P1. Your secondary spawn is going to be grass. Depending on where people are pushed up on the map, you may get the spawn at grass. But for most of the time, you're going to spawn the heli side. On the opposite side of P1, on the grandma side, you are going to have your back grandma spawn and you're going to have a tower spawn. Now, the tower spawn is very hit or miss. You very rarely ever spawn that tower side. Like I said before, it very much depends where your teammates are pushing. If your teammate is pushed up grandma's sidewalk, they may flip out at the tower side. They might be front white. You got to pay attention to that. But like I said, the primary spawn is going to be that back grandma spawn, and the secondary spawn is going to be that tower / white spawn. Now going into the P2 rotation, now you guys will understand why I said P3 is such a money spot to be on the map. On this side, you're going to have your main spawn that you want to be in all the time is you want to have that grass spawn. You don't want any other spawn. You want to make sure that you're spawning grass and anywhere back P3. You just want to make sure that you're spawning there. Now switching over to the grandma side of the map, they will get that P1 grandma spawn. That will be their primary spawn. You might get a spawner that spawns like close back tower or something like that. But also in this image, I showed you guys why I was harping on P3 is so important. This is the setup that me, Lunchtime, Zavi, and whoever else we're playing with, we always run this setup for the P2, and it is absolutely unbreakable. It is the best setup that we found for P2. So as a main AR, you're going to want to be in that top 3 window. You're going to be want to look at white. You're going to want to look that entire cross. You want to be coming to your teammates. As you guys saw in the video when I was playing top E3, you want to be coming to your teammates. You want to be just watching that white cross, have everything for them. Your other teammate, there is 2 optional places for your teammate to play. There is the boxes on sidewalk that they can play, and they could just be watching your P1. Pretty much whoever's playing P1 is watching bottom grandmas, and they're watching for any enemy player to go bottom zip and hit through your bottom P4 and flank around the hill. If they see that, you at top 3 as a main AR can go right out to the zip and look and get that kill, bottom P4. Your teammate's also watching the grandma sidewalk, so you can get that kill. Anybody mid, that holds the entire mid map. You have the entire mid map with 2 people. Now, going over to the hill, usually your sub players, for the most part, Lunch and Zavi usually play on the hill for us. They are our sub players. Lunch will lay down on the lip, and he's watching your outer tower, and whoever's on hill is watching the tower door. This setup, I promise you guys, if you guys are in a 4-stack, you guys have a 4-stack ever, try this setup if you guys can get it set up. It is absolutely unbreakable. Now coming over to P3, first we're going to start out on the P3 spawns. You are going to usually spawn grass. That is going to be your primary spawn. Is going to be grass in the back steps. That will be your primary spawn. Your secondary spawn, if you do get it, is going to be heli. Just like P1, you're going to get that spawn out there. On the other side, the enemy team is either going to spawn white, which is their secondary spawn, not their normal spawn, and the other primary spawn is going to be back grandma sidewalk-ish. That's where you're mainly going to see people come out. Is they're going to come out bottom grandmas, they're going to come out grandma sidewalk. That's what you need to be watching if you are top 3 windows. So again, I drew on this map, just showing you guys a quick setup, just showing you guys some different things, just so you guys can get more game knowledge and where you guys can be at. As your main AR, I will explain this to you, main AR positioning first. So here I have it marked off back grass, and back grass is pretty much just going to be watching the zip, and they're going to be watching anybody pushing up to flank the P3 from grass side. And that's pretty much all you're going to be watching. You're just going to be watching boat. You're going to play an off angle. You're just going to wait for the kills there. Or you could be on the grass steps watching sidewalk, watching the back lane for your teammates, making sure nobody flanks, anything like that. And then your teammate, top P3, if you're watching the sidewalk, can just bounce back and forth between zip and the mid windows. As far as the other 3 teammates, you obviously want to absolutely probably have one teammate top 3. They're going to be watching top 3. They're going to be looking out the mid windows. I have gotten plenty of clips where I've gotten 3 pieces, 4 pieces, just insane amount of kills just playing top P3 windows, and someone else is holding in the back for me. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about flips. You don't have to worry about nothing. As long as somebody is hard blocking in the back, playing the top P3 windows is absolutely golden. As far as your other 2 teammates, usually your sub player, one player is going to be on the hill, and they're going to be watching that front door, just ready for any gunfights. And your other teammate can kind of float between inside the hill and kind of in locker area. Pretty much if they're playing lockers, they're just watching the underground wrap, watching your spiral, pretty much anything like that. Now, going into P4, now I have been marking them off. The blue has been the good spawns and the red has been the bad spawns. But honestly, on P4, I don't feel like, me personally, it matters which side of the map you're spawning on. Honestly, it could be either one. You can hold from either side. P4 is such a money hill that, like, it's very, if you are holding it the right way, you more than likely aren't going to be dying and having to sprint back. So it kind of doesn't matter. This is a hill that you really need to pay attention to the minimap and what's going on, what's open, and where your teammates got their last kills and stuff like that. So going into P4, your primary spawns are going to be, they're going to spawn like back grass area, and then they're going to run up steps to spiral and stuff like that. Their secondary spawn, I've very rarely ever ran into the secondary spawn, which is inside of P3. It's very unlikely that you ever see this spawn. I've only seen it once, and that's the only reason I have it on here, so don't really worry about this spawn. Now, going over to the other side of the map, there is 2 spawns on this side too that I have seen. You either are going to spawn back tower, which is a secondary spawn. That's if somebody's pushed up grandmas or something like that, you'll get that secondary spawn out, P2, like back tower. But your primary spawn is going to be back grandmas, and then you're going to hit zip and go down, and you're just going to continue to fight like that. As far as the setup for this, there is very many setups I've seen for P4. Honestly, my favorite setup is everybody is down there in P4. You got 2 people looking big door. You got 1 person watching spiral, 1 person watching zip. It's very easy for me to be able to get someone strayed quickly and it's just easier for all of us to get our trades and just be able to win those gunfights and still be there. Like I said in the video, I do pull out a sub for P4 if I'm going to play inside of P4. Now, there is other setups where you can have 3 teammates in P4, and you could be playing P2 plat, and you could be sitting in P2 and just watching grass, big door, mid gun, you kind of be watching everything. Like I said, I feel like all 4 teammates down in P4 is probably your best bet. 2 people watching big door and 1 spiral. Now, I hope this helped you guys get a better visual of what I'm explaining in the video. I know it's rough. I was doing a live comm on stream of explaining everything. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put something down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to answer your guys' questions. Other than that, I'm going to send you guys back to the video. But pretty much what I'm doing here, since I have equip in P3, I'm going to stay grandma's, and you're going to kind of hold the whole entire mid-map. Now, equip dies, so I'm going to hard hold that. Actually, I'm going to kill this kid heli. And then I'm going to hard hold his mid. I get another one. I get 2. There's 1 top P3 shooting at me. Now I'm going to look bottom grandmas because they spawned on me. I get 1 here. I get 2. They should still be spawning grandmas on me. I'm going to throw a stun there. I'm going to chow the back window. There's 1 back there. So I spawn up P3 side. I'm just going top zip. As a main AR, this is where you should be every single time on P2 on this map. You want the P3 spawns, and you want to just get these kills here. The kid's weak on the hill. I would call that out to my teammate, but obviously I'm muted right now because I'm recording. Kill that kid mid-gun. I back up. There's someone spawn grass. Just always looking at your mini-map, always looking for red dots, always looking for the timing. But your sole purpose on this map, especially, you want to be on P3, and you want to be holding P3 side. Now the kid grass could be there. He could zip up. Kill that kid there. I ran out of ammo. I should have got that kill. Bad. That's bad out of me. Kill that kid P1. They should still spawn in the... Maybe 1 spawns in the back on me. No, teammate spawns there, so I'm looking mid. Instantly. Mid dead. 1 new on me. Dead. Now I'm going to look out mid. I'm going to look tower. White spawns. Nothing white spawns. Top grandma's dead. Nothing P1, they spawn in the back. Dead in the back. Could be spawning mid. There could be 1 little straggler in the back. I'm going to repinch the back, make sure nobody's in the back. I also need ammo on my gun. I'm paying attention to that. There's that straggler in the back. There's my cruise. It's all about working P3 and just staying alive P3 side. That's all really this whole map, especially protocol hardpoint. You really want to be working P3. P3 is a huge like money position for main ARs on this map. So you always want to be working P3 side. Now I get my cruise. I'm rotating. Got 1 new. There's 1 more new. Obviously, I would calm that. Zavi's probably going to get my trade. Zavi's a good player. He's going to get my trade. Zavi gets my trade on new. We get the old scrap. And I'm rotating. I'm going to wait a second here, and I'm going to hold big door because I still have an AR out. One's going to drop big door. Make sure I'm not missing anything. See 1's boat here. Going to kill that kid. 1 could be grass again. Nothing grass, so I'm looking P2. I'm going to go help on time now. I get 1 off time. This kid insta-chows. Dead. And they're going to be zipped. Yep. See, it's all about just reading your minimap. You're going to know the spawns instantly. I saw my teammate with spiral, so they're going to be zipped instantly. Only 2 spawns you're going to have on this map, or 3 spawns. You're going to spawn back grass. You're going to spawn outer tower. Or you're going to spawn back grandmas. Those are the only spawns P4 side that you're going to have that you got to worry about. So if you're spawning spiral, they're either going to be P2 plat or they're going to be back grandmas. So see, I get this grandma spawn. They're going to be spawning grass. Coming boat. Like back P3. But as soon as this is over, this hill pops, I'm going top zip. I'm going right up to top 3. And that's how you main AR on protocol. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments. I can make more videos like this.